Dang it. The mic got me again. Happy hour, friends. How are you? I've got a new setup. I cleaned up my office. Everything is just in place. So I actually am watching both chats over there, both chats over here. We have gifted out some free memberships. I don't know if anybody's in here. I got my girl, Deborah Schoen here. My girl, Deborah Schoen is in. Hello, Debs. That's my girlfriend there. She is super deluxe. Haley's in the chat. Everybody came over. Dora, we have a question on deck already for Dora. So I hope everybody's got a cocktail or a charcuterie board or whatever floats your boat. Demon Dictator, good to see you in the chat over there. Demon Dictator is coming over from Lady Letitia's channel. If you're not subscribed to Lady Letitia, please do so. She is fantastic. I got to get her link. I am so sorry I don't have it. Demon Dictator, what are we going to do? If any of my mods can grab Lady Letitia's link, drop it in there so we can get her some subs going. So it's been a crazy week. Those of you that weren't in the members live, my son broke his ankle last Saturday and pretty much wrecked his indoor percussion season. We were back and forth to the doctors, doing a lot of drama the whole week. He's going on his senior trip tomorrow. And I decided to walk into the bed in the middle of the night. And I thought I broke my toe yesterday. So thankfully, it is not. Thankfully, who is also in the group chat. So everybody smash that like button. Give it a smash. Some fun stuff. I am going to be taking readings Saturday and Sunday. Colin, absolutely. Yeah, you could do a super chat. You can ask more than a yes and no question. I like to give robust readings, so you can ask as much as you want. Super chat, super stickers are perfect. You can do your question all in caps because I am old as dirt. And I would like to be able to see the whole question. So I got a lot of screens going and I move some things around. So absolutely super chat your question in there and give me as much detail as you want. I will answer it until the cows come home. So we've got a bunch of different decks on the table today. I've got the Tasty Tarot here. This is from Tarot Oracle, another channel on here. This was one of his decks that he made out of his subscribership. I love Tarot Oracle. It's one of my favorite channels. I think he is a tremendous reader and entertainer. He's fantastic. So we've got lots of people here in the chat hanging out. One of the things I want to let you guys know is I have a new content pillar dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to have the astro forecast for the week, plus some numerology, and we'll do a little special. I'm going to do this every Saturday. Oh, B-Bear, hi. I've been crazy all day, B-Bear. I'm not working for the rest of the night, so B-Bear, we can talk a little bit later on. Yeah, thank you for subbing to Lady Letitia. She is fantastic. She's got great content. Ricky, it's good to see you in the chat. But where was I going with this? What was I saying? Oh, so on Saturdays, I am studying astrology now, something I'm academically studying astrology. So I am incorporating my study into what I'm doing on the channel. So Saturdays at 11 o'clock, all my videos drop at 11 a.m. Lady Letitia, it's good to see you. So what you're going to get on Saturdays is your astrological forecast for the week. I'm going to do the overview of what we're dealing with. This week, we're going to be talking about the aftermath of the blood moon and how crazy it is. We are also going to do the individual signs, and then we're going to highlight one person. Tomorrow, I chose Kelly Osbourne because Kelly Osbourne has been getting it in the neck from the press, from some corners of the press. And I like Kelly Osbourne a whole lot. I like the whole Osbourne family. So I really don't want that to be something that we deal with here. We're just not going to do that. Oh, Deborah, you sent me, hang on. Let me see. Okay, Deb. All right, I got you. Yeah. We've got what does this say? So Michael, I'm actually on a GLP-1. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. I don't think that Kelly's problem is the GLP-1. I don't think that it's that. So this is a very nice channel, and I want you guys to be kind here. Be kind, and I do say it in my video that's going to drop tomorrow. I want you guys to get excited about it, and I definitely want your input on it, because if you like that content, I'm going to keep it. If you don't like it, I'm not going to keep it. So we're going to test drive it for like maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, so be kind, be nice. This is a nice channel. We're not mean to people here. It's one of the reasons why I have the Tasty Tarot out. My schedule is open for Saturday and Sunday. I did pin a link to the top. Did I not? I don't think I did. Let's do this. Hang on, kids. Just bear with me. Just bear with me, kids. So we've got this. Hi, Sally, darling. It is good to see you. So Saturday and Sunday, I am going to be open for readings. I am very rarely open on Sunday. So If you see a chance, take it. So we are going to pin this to the top of the chat. You guys can go over there and book yourself an exciting time with me. So I did see it, Colin. I'm going to get to you right now, sweetie. Let me pull up that card view. We are ready to happy hour, kids. Let's get going. Oh, Lady Letitia, hang on. You sit tight. You sit tight, darling. So Colin, sit tight. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. These guys are old ones. These are old ones. I just got to clear these out. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I still had some old ones in here. All right, here we go. I got a first one coming in. This was a leftover from our want to thank the mods for what they're doing in there. I see what you guys are doing. I see what you guys are doing. I see it. You're working hard. Texas Kit Kat. Good to see you on the vert. So what can we expect with the new 1888 studio coming to New Jersey? French billionaires, hedge fund guys with ties to the government, and possibly Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not afraid to say it. You guys afraid to say it? Not afraid to say it. I'm saying it. I am saying it. I am saying it. What can we expect? Page of Pentacles. I don't think it's going to get off the ground. Two of Wands. There's some interesting stuff that's going on. Ace of Wands, Death in reverse. There is, and Hierophant in reverse. There's going to be some problems with the location that they're intending. That's why we're getting that Page of Pentacles in reverse. They're going to have to change locations for this. Hi, Princess Pessa, or Prince Pessa. Good to see you. They're going to have to change locations. What's going to be the complication with that? Four of Cups. I think that there are going to be some other more powerful organizations that are going to shove that right out of the place. I don't think that we're going to stick with that. I don't think we're going to stick with that. So, your Marine is ranting about politics. I hear that. I hear that. So, the Star. We've got some time before this happens. And I think they're going to keep talking about it. So I think that is... Bear with me one second. There we go. Problem solved. So I think that I don't think this is going to get off the ground. I don't think we're going to get it. So I know we've got Netflix coming in, and Netflix is just not going to allow that. So we'll have to say bye-bye. Not happening. So thanks, Zeph. I took care of that too on my side. Took care of that on my side. I got lots of hands. So a stupid name over there. But nonetheless, let's get on over here. We got questions. Colin. Oh, no, not Colin. Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Like, Colin. Happy to hear that. We got we got to see who's the bigger fish that wants in. So we've got Cindy. Will I get part-time offer this month? And when will I receive good news? And what kind of job is that? So I'm glad you asked. I am going to be doing a teaching series on Sundays over the next couple of weeks on timing in tarot. So if you're interested in how to read time with tarot, you can check that out. It's going to be, easily digestible, easy like Sunday morning. So Sundays, we're going to have some fun, and I have my teaching deck on the table so that we can look at some of the timing on it. I'm going to warm you guys up to it. Part-time job offer. So the offer is going to be a little bit different. They're actually going to offer you, I think, a little bit more than part-time. Does that mean it's going to be a full-time job? No, not necessarily. What I think it's going to be is more hours than you expect. Is there mobility in this situation? Yes, this is going to be a good situation. So what kind of job is it? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I am a professionally trained singer. I can sing all day long. In fact, my mother will love it. Let me drop a, let my mom know that I'm on. Let's see if mom comes to the chat. Invited her over. So my mom never knows when I'm live. She always misses it. So keep smashing that like button, guys. And if you're on the Vert or your computer, you can keep smashing that reaction button. That does let YouTube know that you love my stuff. Love my stuff. So what kind of job offer is this going to be? It feels very analog. What do I mean by that? It feels like an old school, like 1970s office that's paneled. And we are kind of handling paper. So it's very interesting because I do think that the position that you're going to be in is not going to be technical. I think it's going to be like kind of working with the clients, kind of problem solving with people. So Scorpio Sun, that's good. You guys are actually really, really crafty. So what I want you to know, Cindy, tomorrow I'm dropping a new content pillar. It is going to be the Astro Weather Report with numerology, and we're going to feature one person on that. Take a look at that because Scorpio, I had some information for you Scorpios next week that was pretty dramatic. So I want you to go take a look at that. It's going to be really cool. Members, you can all look at it now. And I definitely want feedback in the comments on that. If you like it, let me know. Okay. So if you don't like it, let me know. If you want to see something different in there, let me know. So I want to take feedback from you guys. And it does feel like a clerk, but it's not like a backroom clerk. It feels like she's going to be a little bit more upfront. So let's pull out my same exact deck, but it's got timing indicators on it because this is what I use to teach my students. So I tell my students that you should well mark your deck while you're learning, while you're getting used to things and getting used to the language of tarot. So when is this going to come through? Now, some of the cards will give us specific dates and some will give us time frame. So I am getting Libra, October 13th. What does that mean? Are we going to be busy until then? I'm seeing October, and I know that that's a long way off. I am seeing October. Because now we're getting Libra, October, Scorpio. We're getting it much, much further in the future. So this feels more of a career opportunity. Do we have like just a little giggity gig job? Little giggity gig job. Not really. I mean, Capricorn is a hard worker, but we're looking at December. So I think we're not looking, not looking to like secure a position that's going to be really beneficial for you until October. I'm sorry. I know that's probably not what you want to hear. What can you do to hasten this process? Because I really do like this job. I think this is going to be well suited for you. Craftiness of those Scorpios. My mama's a Scorpio. My mama's a Scorpio. I don't know if she's watching. Mom, let us know if you're in the chat. Nobody from my family ever watches my show. So, see, is there anything you can do to hasten the process of getting this job? Things are revealed. No, you're in a down period right now, sweetie pie. But transformation here with the death card. The death card is now, oh, you're currently a student. That's great, because this is transformation. That's what I was going to say. You're leveling up to go into more of your work. For now, this is all about kind of hanging out and doing your own thing here and just kind of soaking up. Be a sponge, baby. Be a sponge. My son is looking at university right now, and he thinks that like it's just going to be like going to school all day long. And I said, dude, you're going to have the time of your life. I just dropped all my cards. I said, you're going to have the time of your life, and it's going to be fun, and don't miss out. You know, don't miss out. He thinks it's going to be a lot of work. I keep telling him it's going to be pep rallies and fun, you know. Lots of good times, lots of good times. So I'm going to take just a second. I want to let you guys know we are going to have a remote view event coming up. So I recently got the Russian style playing card deck. And why is this important? Why is this important? Because the playing cards, and I told my membership as well, are like the Visconti Sforza. Visconti Sforza is one of the original tarot decks. They were commissioned decks. Rich families in Italy and the surrounding areas would commission them, and they would have like their dear Aunt Tilly put on it. And this particular playing card deck has Russian imperial family members. At the dusk of the or twilight of the Russian imperial family, what they had was a masquerade ball in 1904, and it was an elaborate, crazy, really amazing adventure of opulence and beauty, and it was the last great brouhaha of the big royal houses of Europe. And so I am going to do a guided meditation in the next few weeks. I will let you know. It'll be up on my channel. It'll be up on my website. We're going to do a guided meditation where you guys get into a nice relaxed state, and then you're going to go and actually remote view this party, and then we'll have like a little discussion after where we talk about what we saw, what we didn't see. It's a way that I can teach you guys how to be a little bit psychic and have some fun. It's like a little mini vacation. So you guys will have a great time doing it. So I will keep you posted on that. Again, it's going to be a private event. It is going to be off YouTube, and we will have a great time. So so let's do this. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's before we go, Cindy, part-time job. All right, Cindy, so you can do some busy work. I want you to get near books. So stationery stores, bookstores, those kinds of things that you can do part-time, and that'll be really true part-time work. It's not going to put a ton of money in your pocket, but it's at least going to pay some of those bills. So go do that. Find a bookstore, stationery shop, and get in there. That'll be great. That'll be great. Guys, the chat's going really fast. I'm having trouble keeping up with it. So Princess Pessa, it's whatever you can pay. Super chats, do the super chat and put your question in there, and we'll get you up. We will get you up. I'm not staying on very long though, so we gotta crank it out, guys. I love cats, books, and coffee too. All right. So how much longer does Haley have to put up with Stormer? I know. I got a lot of friends over there that are not happy about it. Not happy about what's going on there. So let's pull out the timing deck again. Real one, do one. How much longer do we have to put up with Starmer? So, like I said, this Sunday we're going to have timing lessons. Oh, real one. Hang on. What do you want to know? Real one. Wait, real one. Sorry, I thought you were being fresh. You weren't being fresh. So what I want you to do, just put in all caps, because I see you gave me 2 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate that. So drop your question all in caps, and I will take care of that. Real one has made a payment. So we've got 2 different directions. September through October 2nd, we're back in the time of Libra. What's going to happen in the meantime? Let's take a look at that. Dragonfly, don't go anywhere. I see you got a birthday coming up. Don't worry about it. Stay here. Stay. This deck don't want to shuffle. What's your fortune future? All right, sit tight, real one. Sit tight, baby doll. Talking about Starmer in the moment. So I've said this for a long time that the powers that be, they are ready for Starmer to kind of rotate out. That revolving door is going back into 10 Downing Street. And Demon Dictator, stick around. I will explain how that works. You and Lady Letitia, I will give you guys a gratis to come to that. You guys can come as my guests. So, but they are waiting for another person to take over the position. They need somebody who is going to do their bidding in that position. And right now they don't have a good candidate. They don't have anyone that is going to be appealing to the public, appeasing to the public after all the kerfuffle that we've seen, after all the turnover in that position. And they want to find someone who is young and fresh. And I don't think that it's the gal Angela Rayner. She is not somebody that is on the top of that list. She's not really palatable for the mass of the public. So they're waiting for somebody to come in. It will be somebody young and fresh. And I will tell you this. Watch the behavior when this individual comes in. If it's in September, October, watch the behavior, because, and you know what, I will do, let me make a note. I'm going to do Starmer Astro, numerology, and reading for next Saturday. I'll do it for next Saturday. Okay. So the person that they get to fill in this role, there's going to be some things that remind us of Tony Blair. So watch that. Is this guy going to stay in there very long? Is he going to stay in there very, very long? Right now, I don't think so, wifey. I don't think that they've got somebody in there that's a good dude. So the next person that comes in, guys, and I'm sorry for all of my friends over there in England. I'm really sorry, but I think this is going to seem like a young person who's kind of got their head on right. but then they're going to start to make some mistakes, and then it's going to show that they're actually doing the bidding of those overlords. So unfortunately, I think you've got Starmer until the fall. I think the next one that's in line, they're gearing him up and they're gonna line him up, and I think it's going to be a little bit weird. But I'm going to do a reading on Starmer and the astrology and the numerology for the next few months through the fall. We'll see what comes up with that, and stick around for that, because I'll get that done probably this weekend, and it'll go out for next Saturday. So if you're a member, you'll see it early. If you're not a member, you can wait until next Saturday. But good question. Good question. Haley, here's Haley. So other readers are giving a date. I know, I am seeing it. So apparently there is a post someone got. I guess the queen, it was on X, and apparently they got the queen's date of departure correct, and they also have predicted the king's. Now, I will say this. I have made some predictions of the king stepping out of power. And I think, oh my goodness. Zeph, can you help Deb out there? You guys have the same ability. So can you help Deb reinstate Humanaki? That's okay. It's all right. Our hands slip all the time. We all do it. Poor Denise Burnside, I think, deleted herself once. So it's okay. So let's see what our cards say in terms of timing. And we're going to do, will the king step down from power? So this can be regency, soft regency, even abdication. You're back, Humanagi. Welcome back. Don't worry about it. I already started your comment, and it's here in StreamYard. So, and this will be for the ultimate departure. What dates do we get here? So I'm getting June through July for stepping down, having a little bit less power. There's my girl Samantha. And then for the ultimate departure, September, October. That's what I have. So I think that we're seeing a waning of power. And one of the things I want to caution you guys about is when we are reading psychically, sometimes we will see people step out of positions of power. Sometimes it feels as though they have gone the beyond. Sometimes that's retirement, abdication, soft regency, those kinds of things. So stick with it. He looks very papery to me. I've said this a bunch of times. He looks very dehydrated and papery. So all right. Princess Pessa, I see your question over there. Sit tight, sweetie pie. Texas Kit Kat. So, and you give me the sweetest taboo. Little Sade for you. There you go. No one sings like Sade. Oh, love it. But Dragonfly, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dragonfly. Happy birthday to you. Dragonfly, I want to give you a couple of cards just so you can have the best birthday ever. What do we got? What do we got here? What do we got? All right. So what do you need to do to have the best year ever? What do you need? What you want? The world, you're leveling up after this year. That's a good thing. So the world is, oh, this is fantastic. You're going into a great year and 6 of Cups. So don't look back. Don't look back. We are going into a whole new level. When we get the world card in tarot, what that is that's we're finishing a cycle. We're completing a cycle. We're moving into another phase of life. And the Sun card, best card in the deck. This is the best card we can get for the next year. The Sun also represents a year. This is all good things, but do not, 6 of Cups, do not look back. Don't get nostalgia. If somebody from your past is saying, let's get the band back together or anything like that, I want you just to say, no, I'm on to new and better things. So if you were playing tennis for years and you're leveling up to pickleball or downshifting to pickleball, stick with the pickleball. Don't go back to playing tennis. You might hurt your knee. You might fall down on the court. You might have some craziness. So I want you to keep leveling up, steaming forward. If you want, send me an email to fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. I'll real quick draft out your numerology for you. I don't want you to drop your birthday or anything like that in the chat here. Fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. It's also in the about section of my my channel here. And if you want to do a little bit of numerology, we can see what kind of year you're in. I'm in a 1 year. 1 years are kind of crazy because we're like launch padding and we're like doing things all new, starting out, grinding gears, going bananas. We have that new car smell. So I think you are going into a new phase. We can do that numerologically. Thank you, Zephyr. A number of different ways, but you are looking good as long as you don't look back. Remember what happened to Lot's wife when she turned around? She turned into a pillar of salt. Now, as much as I love salt, we don't want to turn salty in our old age. So I am well in my old age now, but a very, very happy birthday to you, Dragonfly. I hope you are having a great day, and send me that email. I'll hook you up with a little discount if you want to get a full-blown reading. So, but if you want to do your numerology, I will send it over by email because that is just how I run. Real one. What's my future fortune? So let's see what we got. Oh, you know what? I got a really cool deck for this, for like a really general answer or a really general question. At my little Pandora's box of tricks. This is an antique deck that I bought. Look at how cute it is. Look at how cute this is. It came in pieces, but it is the wonderful Zodiac fortune telling deck. Ba, 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 ba. So let's bust this out. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we get for you. This is a really cool deck. Yeah, I love antique decks. Yeah, there's some decks out there that are uber expensive. Wifey, you know what I'm talking about. Ellen Cannon Reed's the most expensive deck in the building. So those of you that are new, if you're liking this, give me a sub. We are building our community here. And if you are a fan, some people have been unsubscribed. Debbie Show, and I'm looking at you. I know you were unsubscribed. Debbie was shocked on the phone with me. She was unsubscribed. My subscribership has been going up and down. So check your subscribe. Hit the bell. And here we go. So we have a short sorrow, a family grief. So this is what your fortune is, my friend, the real one. So what I want to tell you is that you are about to experience a short sorrow. What that is, I'm going to use some tarot to find out. So I punched my mic. Sorry, guys. We really do have an awesome community, Wifey. You guys make it. It's this is a great place to hang out. Absolute great place to hang out. having a good time. All right. What is this business? Page of Wands. So the short sorrow, I think, Debbie, don't be angry about that. It's easily fixed. So the short sorrow is going to be somebody who's actually overextending themselves. And they're going to kind of pull back on that. Don't be disappointed. You may see them kind of disappear from your life, not talk to you a little bit. It's okay. Sometimes we got to do that. Sometimes you actually have to go into that cocoon. I'm a Cancer crab. I like to scuttle back into that crab shell every now and then and just hide out. It's not a bad thing. My favorite place to hide out is a bathtub, and I don't have a good one to take a bath in because my kids have a bathtub in their bathroom and I can't hog it up. It's too small anyway. And Greg and I have a stand-up shower in our bathroom, which is a huge bummer because I love taking a bubble bath. So, but you are inclined to help other people. And I don't know if this is you. I think this is you. I think you are the one who is helping people out and not kind of getting a return on that investment. And that sounds terrible, but I think all relationships are transactional, no matter what. Even when you go to the store, like gas station, all relationships are transactional. So I think that you're the one that's been overextending yourself. And so I think the grief that you're going to get is going to be some of the people in your world that are disappointed with you not being the easy play to help with the painting, help with the laundry, help with the luggage, drive me to the airport. I love driving people to the airport. So if you're local to me and you ever need a ride to the airport, ask me. Psychics love the airport. Gregopedia is in the house. Let's say hello to Gregopedia, guys. Here he is. I did a gong for you. Hi, welcome home. Hi. So you do have people near you that are not true, and that I want to unpack a little bit. You've got people that don't appreciate the work that you do, the foundational work that you do. So I want you to be a little bit careful about how you spend your efforts. Make sure that you give to people that are appreciative and that will return on that investment. So that is your future, the real one. I hope that meant something to you with my little antique deck here. This was like a little eBay purchase that I got one day, just kind of scrolling along, looking at what they had to offer. I am going to put that out on my desk for now. I'm going to put that out on my desk, and I just hit this too. And we have Madman Dave Murphy in the chat. Everybody say hi to Dave. Dave. Oh, it did make sense. Real one. That's excellent. Dave Murphy. Dun, 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 dun. Living in the future. Dave Murphy, our intrepid traveler. You are very welcome, real one. Hope to see you back here. So just a couple of words on the remote viewing. So there's a couple different kinds of remote viewing. Demon Dictator. So one of the ways that we do this, it's what I studied with Lori Williams at intuitivespecialists.com. I do not teach remote viewing because Lori Williams is fantastic at it. I can't do it any better than she does. It is her primary focus of esoteric ability. And the controlled remote viewing is a remote viewing process, a reporting process. It's a little bit different from just straight psychic work. When I do remote viewing, it's not going to be as precise a science as what the coordinate or controlled remote viewing is. That is what the governments have done. Soviet governments done it. The American governments have done it. Psychic spying is a real thing. If you'd like to know more about it, you can watch the movie Third Eye Spies. It's available, I believe, on Netflix, but I think you can also get it on Amazon. I think you can also purchase it on Amazon. So Lori Williams, there is a 3-day free course. I have no affiliation with her other than being a student. There's a 3-day free course that you can take. She drips you emails 3 days, and you can try out the coordinated controlled remote viewing with her. But what I do is I just get you into a relaxed state and I let you go wander around in an environment. We have done this with our psychic spy programs that we've run over here. We've done the Martha Moxley case. We did, I can't, what else did we do for remote viewing?
Atlantis.
We did what?
Atlantis.
That was past life.
Oh, Lizzie Borden.
We did the Lizzie Borden case. We walked around in the psychic spy thing. But the Russian 1904 gala masquerade, we're just going to go walk around. We're going to be party goers and we're going to have some fun. And we're going to get to check out what it was like in that room. So again, one of the reasons that I love Russian history is because it's so chaotic. There's so much intrigue, but at one of these exclusive imperial events, like the glitz and the glitter was beyond compare. No one else did it like the Russians. And so we're going to go to that party. So you guys can get dressed up. We can get relaxed. We can go have a great time. It is going to be amazing. Anybody can do it. I have always said that everyone is psychic. Just some of us are a little bit better at it naturally than other people. Oh, we did Fatty Arbuckle too. We did the Fatty Arbuckle situation. So thank you. So, all right. So that's our answer for Demon Dictator. And let me just sorry, I'm just cleaning up my screen here. Just cleaning up my screen. Sorry, guys. Trying to see where I am. We did some smooth jazz. We sang happy birthday. Real one got done. And Princess Pesa. Love this name. So, Texas Kit Kat. Yeah, Future Forecasters. They have a great channel. That's like a little collab of a bunch of remote viewers. So, love it. So we have Princess Pesa. Anna Milla has been missed. Oh my God, Anna Milla. She's so much fun until she's not. She's so much fun. This is why I need to buy like a giant bed and breakfast. I see like the place in the Catskills that Baby met Johnny in Dirty Dancing. That's where I want to go. So are my brothers all right? Let me thanks for hitting that. I know that's Barney hitting that react button. Thank you, Barney. You're fantastic. Real one. Yes, you can see people with remote viewing or places in time like butterfly effect. Yes, you can. All right. So are my brother's attempts to have me meet his girlfriend genuine in reconciling with me or for his own manipulative, selfish reasons? He and I have had some estrangement. Okay, so let's see Prince Pesa. Let me see. And thank you for your super chat. We so appreciate it. Let's look at your brother's intentions first. I'm going to use the standard Rider-Waite for now, but we might switch over to the Tasty Tarot. Becky, is your mom watching? Pull some cards for your mom. For your mother. Greg said for your mother at the same time. Listen, if I'm going to remote view Pootie, I don't think my husband's going to like it. Be shirtless Pootie. He doesn't have a girlfriend that's a gymnast for no reason. Oh, she's sleeping now. All right. Much love to mama. So, all right. So what is Prince Pesa's brother's intent? That Seven of Cups is gaslighting. What's under the surface? You know what? I'm going out on a limb. I think this is a bridge building attempt. I do. I think it is much easier to focus on the new individual in the room, the new person in the room, than it is for you guys to sit down and have a conversation. What should you do? 10 of Pentacles. Blood is blood. Give it a shot. I don't think this relationship is going to be perfect. I don't think it's going to be perfect. The two of you don't kind of mesh together the way cogs in a watch do. You guys just don't function like that. But blood is blood, and I think that having at least an open phone line between the two of you is a good thing at this point in both of your lives. What's the deal with the girlfriend? Why is she involved in this? Why is she involved in this? I don't know how. I got to move this now. I got to move that deck. I don't know how viable this relationship is. I think this relationship is a little iffy. I think a little iffy. And I think that she is not so much a generator in the relationship, but almost a judge. And I think that she's questioning why this is an unresolved relationship in her boyfriend's world. So that feels a little, I don't love her. I'm going to say that I don't love her. She just feels a little flip. She feels a little flip, and she feels like I almost think he's trying to prove himself to her. Let me see. Is he trying to prove himself to her? Yes. He's worried about losing her. He's worried about her breaking up with him. So this business of kind of healing up family wounds makes a lot of sense, because it makes him look like he's actually doing something. And not that he's not doing anything, but it looks like he's doing something to heal the rift in his life. And I think that is an accomplishment that she wants to see. Some people climb mountains, some people run marathons, some people climb to the highest positions in their workplace. And this is relationship correction and building. So that I do think is he's trying to prove himself to her. How in relationships sometimes one person likes the other more. This is one of those situations. I think she is like, ugh, whatever. And he's trying to prove himself. So yeah. So
I'm going to solve this little problem. I'm sure you will.
Does this correct your relationship with him? Does this correct? Again, I don't think it's going to be perfect. I don't think you guys are going to be, peas and carrots. But I think that a lot of you'll get some settlement out of this. I think some of the emotions will settle down. If I were you, I would let the grudges go. Whatever weird grudges or misadventure there has been in the relationship as far as you go, I think that we should kind of let that go. It's in the past. Is it really affecting you now? You know, for your brother, I think he's ready to reconnect. I think he needs you more than you need him. And there's a certain quality of I don't want to say neediness because it's not like a desperation, but oh, Greg, that's what Louise Hay says, that holding on to anger causes cancer, resentment. I do think that your brother needs people around him that are ride or dies. So you know, maybe see how that goes. Like I said, if there's anything that you're hanging on to, let it go. Samantha Mischief Mustard is singing it down there in the chat. So Humanaki says, did you hear? Tell me, did you hear? All right, we're going to do this. Who knows Joseph Magi and the Magi method? Let's bust out his decks. Mustard seed. Hamster wheel. Okay. So Joseph Magi. He's got his own deck here, and I busted it out. It's been sitting on my desk for like a few months, and I haven't busted it out. So again, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're coming to the close. I've got some questions in the queue. Last call. So Megan, how's your father? Demon Dictator, cheers. I've got myself a sparkling seltzer upstairs. Gonna be drinking that after this. So Meghan Markle, what's up? This whole Netflix thing. Netflix said no. When I come back, I said no. I ain't got the time. And if my daddy thinks I'm fine, wanted me to go to rehab, but I said no. All right. Oh, Fortune Cattle. Great name. I love that. Love that name. Yes, she's been black. I said no. I ain't got the time. And if my daddy thinks I'm fine. So fence sitter, this is Megan right here, guys. So again, I'm using the Joseph Magi method. Love this guy. Follow him if you're not. Fence sitter, Megan's going to keep telling people that no, we still have a first look with them. We still have a first look. Netflix cornerstone. And the devil has come home. That was the worst Piper Laurie I've ever done in my whole life.
It sounded more like
I sound like Pee Wee Herman.
It sounded more like Mr. Hanky. The devil's come home, man.
The devil's come home. So I got Fortune Cattle. If they keep coming in, guys, if you keep dropping the supers, that's fine. When I put up questions closed, y'all, at the bottom of the screen, that's when it's officially closed. So we're doing last call. You can still get your rounds in here. Get your rounds in. So Netflix, Cornerstone, they still have this deal with the devil. So I think this is the first look thing that they're kind of stuck with. And I'm wondering about that contract. Let's take a look at the contract here. Crossroads. There's some loopholes in that contract. Boom. Playa. Craftily written. cornucopia. So I think I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going out on a huge limb here, but I think that Netflix is going to have to drop some cash to be fully done with Meghan Markle. I think they're going to have to. Is it Bollywood over there?
No, it's the scene where Thulsa Doom is his name.
Oh, Greg's like, you're going to get, we're going to get muted. So I think they're going to have to give her some money. And I think, is that her game? That's her game. Home card, roadblock, Jacob's ladder. Yes, yes, yes. So guys, what they're going to do is they're going to have to drop her some money. So she's going to get bailed out. And right now, word on the street is that it is perhaps her representation that is knocking out all those channels on X. If you haven't seen it, go look. That one, Royally Sage, Nancy Sidley, all off X right now. They all got reported, and now they're sitting in purgatory for the moment. Sitting in purgatory. So I think we've got some interesting things with Netflix here. I think they're going to dump some money on her. So wifey, I'm going to thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. You are a doll. How will the Reform Party do in England? Let me entertain you. Yeah. So Nancy Sidley, at last check, when I checked before I started to work today, her account was still suspended. Stephanie's is still up. So, but it's interesting. Hi, Grace. Good morning. Which song is going to be stuck in your head, Samantha? The Rehab? I'll change it. You'll be swell. You'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a plate. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up roses.
Lieutenant Smith. Definitely remember.
And he got taken down too. So there, now you got a new song in your head, Samantha. So how will the Reform Party in Britain do? Let's get back to it. See, it's happy hour. We're just singing songs, guys. Reform Party. Boom. Ooh, cutting the mustard. Ooh. So tricky start. Okay. I think Reform, and I know there's a lot of opinions about this, guys. I don't have an opinion about it right now. Hang on, Humanaki, you get that one. Tarot karaoke. So I think that Reform is going to cut the shite over there. They're really gonna split things. When we get swords, you always have to think, when we get swords, it's yes or no, it's black or white, it's main meal, dessert, whatever it is, water and gravy. So chalk and cheese. So I think that they are really going to kind of split all of the maybes down the middle. All of the people that are like, oh, I don't know, like maybe I want to stick with what we know. They're really going to split this down the middle, and we're going to get people. I do think that it's a warm, cozy center of the ring ding, if you will, or the delicious treat that you're eating. Over here, there's going to be a lot of revelations about politics in the United Kingdom. Tip of the iceberg with Mandelson. I think we're going to see more. I think we're going to get more information. Cut the mustard. Don't cut the mustard. We love the mustard. Karaoke, Samantha called it. Oh my God, that's great. Samantha, that might be a new content pillar. Maybe we'll do karaoke and I'll sing all of my predictions. So my mother will finally get a return on investment of all those music lessons. So, Oh, Prince Pessa, thank you so much. So hang on, stick with me. So I think that we are going to see a lot of revelations. There's going to be a lot of information that comes out as a result of the Reform Party. They're going to be shining a light on all the dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Who misses Bon Scott? I miss Bon Scott. I miss Bon Scott. I just saw the video for Jailbreak today, and I was like, oh, look at Bon Scott. Like, what a waste. He wouldn't have aged well, but that's okay. That's okay.
Did he choke on his own vomit?
I heard he died of hypothermia. Dave, what do you know about that guy, about Bon Scott? Was it hypothermia or did he choke on his own vomit?
No, just someone else's vomit.
I don't think it was anyone
You can't
else's
dust
vomit.
for vomit.
You can't dust for vomit. So, yeah, Bon Scott. Bon Scott he's a hall pass for me. He's definitely like a supernatural hall pass for me. Him and Phil Lynott are hall passes for me. But Greg and I both have Patrick Stewart on our hall pass list. So. One day I change my hall pass list all the time. And one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I think Patrick Stewart is on my hall pass list. I really like him. And Greg goes, ooh, that's a good one. Maybe he's on mine too. And I was like, oh, good Lord. Dave thinks it was hypothermia too. I think it was hypothermia. That's what I heard. Wifey, of course you're an Aerosmith girl. You're living on the edge. So, all right, let's go. So, I hope you like that, wifey. I hope we did well on that. Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka. Fortune Cattle, new here. What will happen with JB and I next? Is this John Bon Jovi? Kidding. I don't think it's John Bon Jovi. I'm going to go over to the Tasty Tarot since it's your first time here. This is the crowd-sourced Tasty Tarot from Tarot Oracle. It's another tarot reader here on the Tube of the Use. So I love this deck. I think it is fantastic. Everybody wish Fortune Cattle a healthy, happy howdy do. Fortune Cattle is over on the Vert. Demon Dictator, get some sleep. I know you had some glasses of wine. I'm going to be calling it by 5 o'clock. I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV playing Mario Kart. I'm taking the night off because I'm going to dance the night away. Thank you so much for being here, Demon Dictator. You are fantastic. Love you lots, doll. All right. So what will happen with JB and I next? So Fortune Cattle, since you are new here, I want to let you know, I am always reading about the energies that are in place. So when the energies are in place, it means that you have a lot of free will. So I'm going to give you some advice on this too. I'm going to tell you how to maximize your situation because that's really what doing all this psychic stuff is about. It's about giving you the equipment, the roadmap to get to your very best life. Okay. So let's go. What's going to happen with JB and I next if you do nothing? Niente. Niente? Niente. Page of Wands. Queen of Swords. So this is what I'm going to say. There are things that you have said. So he's in the place, but I can't get joy. You have said some things that have kind of put up a roadblock for the other individual. So I want you to watch your tongue. So I want you to watch what you say. Okay. What do we do to correct this? 3 of Pentacles. Take the other individuals out of the equation. And I want you to exercise something. And when I say exercise, I mean get rid of it. We're going to like exorcist. Maybe I'm going to watch The Exorcist later. But any of the past experiences that are kind of stuck in the stuck in the mentality of your relationship. Okay. So this could be, like a temporary breakup. It could be maybe like stepping out of something, coming off the porch, those kinds of things. We've got to get rid of that. If you want other women, he's been a player. So here's the thing. We're going to look at this devil. The devil has come home. Because you have to do a totally new, fresh start. So right now I just want to put that back where it was. Hang on for 1 second. We had that Three of Pentacles. So I want to show you what's going on here. The Three of Pentacles, there are no three people in the situation. Everybody, you guys are crazy with the JBs here. There are no other individuals there right now. Okay. So this is what we have to cut out. The ghost of those relationships. We can't sit in a room and have the ghost of another dalliance, or what did Jada Pinkett Smith called the situationship. We can't sit in the room with that. You have to decide whether that is something that you can get over and you can pack up and put in the past, or it's going to consume you. So how do we forget? For me, it's a hard line. Like that's a point of no return. I don't have the capability to forgive that kind of stuff. I just don't. So let's give you some adjustments here. All right. So what you want, what you need, what you get. You ready? What you want. Queen of Pentacles, you're worried about the future. Okay? Worried about the future, worried about what that future is going to be, if it's going to be different. What you need, Seven of Pentacles, look back at the positive things, the glass that's half full. All right. Instead of looking back in time, and I'm sorry, this is like a little, it's your first reading here. Like I don't want to put a microscope on you, but I want you to look back and look at the good things. So, if there's a wedding, if you're married, if there's a wedding, look back to the wedding day, look back to those good things, look back to the interesting, fruitful things that happened. Latch on to those. I don't want you to throw out, we can't do the eternal sunshine of the spotless mind and erase everything that we know. I want you to remember the good stuff. Find more value in the good stuff than in the mistakes. We're all young and stupid at one point in our life. I was a complete idiot in my 20s. Had a lot of fun, but I was a complete idiot. And what do we get? So let's see what we get. You ready? What you need, what you want, what you get. Knight of Cups. So I want you to take inventory too. I want you to see if this circumstance serves you and serves your future. And one of the exercises I do with my students and I do with my clients is I'll ask them, where do you want to be 5 years from now? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in a treetop, amazing, like little makeshift shack, like in the Philippines and, in Vietnam and like a wonderful jungle? Or do you want to be in a Center Hall Colonial in, Maryland? I don't know. Like, where do you want to be? Because I think finding what would make you happy, sans partner, we find the location first. We find the house first, and then we start to decorate it. And that is what I think you need to do. Instead of bringing the old couch, who may be JB may be an old couch, maybe this relationship has run its course. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's see. Have you learned everything from this relationship? Have you extracted all of the stuff that you need. 10 of Wands. I think you've learned everything from this relationship. Page of Swords. The biggest lesson for you is to learn to manage disappointment in partnership. You know, when I get the Lovers, often we have the Lovers there in reverse. Often the Lovers is a business arrangement or a contract, things like agreements, things like that, leases on cars sometimes. But for this is the karmic contract that you have. And, you know, a lot of the time we don't know when to say when in relationships. You should say when. And I want you to take inventory and find out if this is actually the relationship that you do want to be in, or can you actually structure this so that it is a completely brand new relationship where you are not bogged down with the happenings and the things that have gone on before. Remember, we're gonna forget about some of the things that happen. I have to take a pause for 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. We have a wildlife situation outside.
Or a wild death situation.
Oh. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to close the questions just because we have a little situation here. So let me put the banner up. Questions are closed, but I'm going to answer the ones that are on deck. All right. So I want you to figure out, Fortune Cattle, if this is actually the relationship that's going to serve you best. Seems like you've learned it. You've got to learn to say when. Hi, Penny D. Questions are closed, guys. We are no longer in last call. Questions are closed. I got a few more on deck. I've got Haley right here. I want to remind everybody I am open for business all freaking weekend. So all day Saturday, all day Sunday. You can book with me. Schedule is open. Get in there. You can either book. Yes, it is kitten drama. We have a deceased cat outside, but it's not ours. So I want to see who this deceased cat is, and we will take care of that. He might have gotten hit by a car in the road and just died in our backyard. So we're going to deal with it. Sorry about that. Poor kitty. I don't know who he is. So I'll get up there in a few minutes. And Fortune Cattle, let me finish you up here. Sorry about that. I was hoping that he and I would be committed. Fortune Cattle, if you can forget about the missteps, you have a chance. But if you can't, you've learned everything from this relationship. Is Eugenie leaving England? 9 of Cups. That's a yes. That is a yes. That is a yes. And Tim Waltz, is he nervous about? Is Tim Waltz nervous? What about Ellison? Is Tim Waltz nervous? I'm going to do these quick, and then we've got Prince Pessa, I think is our last. Tim Waltz, nervous? Now, Ellison is more nervous. Ellison is kind of a wreck, and I feel like he is exceptionally and mortally nervous. Tim Waltz thinks that he's just going to cream cheese right through this. So, all right, let me get to Prince Pessa, and then I'm going to go out and go deal with the situation that is in our yard. All right. How does my love interest L feel about me? I'm going to use Tasty Tarot. The last time I saw him, he seemed to be trying to figure me out, but at the same time, holding back. So let's see. Love interest L. Love interest L. So I do think that love interest L is interested, but I think that love interest L is not really gung ho on getting into something at the moment. Shopping? Yes, shopping for someone, but not kind of window shopping. Window shopping. So, what are the worries here? So, definitely L's worried about getting into a serious, committed, obligatory kind of relationship. Like especially when you first start dating somebody, like there's this pressure, you've got to go on dates and you've got to like really do the things. I think, are we coming out of a breakup? Two of Pentacles coming out of a breakup. I think that doesn't have to mean like the breakup was 6 months ago, 5 minutes ago. There's residue from a breakup that is kind of hanging on there and making L a little bit more cautious. So just trying to step lightly and not make any mistakes. So I even think if you started going on some dates, I think there would be some periods between date 1, date 2, date 3. I think there would be some periods there. Very controlling relationship. Yeah. So are you a good match? Let's see if you're a good match. Let's see what this says. Good match. So I have a euphemism. I like to say that some people are good dancers. Means that they're good in the sack. I think that you guys will dance very well together. I think that's going to be really good. And it will be a little bit reckless. And I think that might be some of the issue here. I think that L may be a little keyed up and maybe ready to kind of like is holding back because they know like once you cross that threshold, it's a little bit hard to dial back the level of the relationship. So I think that L is very, very interested to see how well you dance without clothes and is trying to hold back on that. So that makes a lot of sense. Good relationship. I think it's going to be a little bit wild, like getting on a roller coaster. Pros that you both are starters and kind of open to whatever. It's you don't hold yourself back in terms of like maybe we should just get a flight to go to Tahiti for the weekend. Oh yeah, let's do that. There's an adventurousness and a self-starteredness that I like about both of you. Like you would talk about doing something really cool and you would go do it. These are like your college mates that like call you on a Saturday morning and they're like, get dressed. We're going to climb a mountain. And you're like, okay, I'm like get my act together. And they're at your door pounding on the door. Come on, let's go. I got a backpack for you. Let's go. So, I think that both of you are gonna be like that. I think that that's a good thing. What is a con for the relationship though? What is a con? Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I think that both of you are very, very well sorted and rooted in what your life is right now. And so there's not going to want to be a lot of flexibility on, so like, just, I'm not saying you guys are going to move in together, but say you were talking about moving in together, there would be a lot of push and pull about whether you were going to stay in your apartment or your place, or they were going to stay in their apartment or their place. There would be a lot of discussions. You guys certainly would have to get a place together if like it came down to that. So yay to dancing. I see. Yay to dancing. So life is good. Life is good. Give it a little bit of time. I think, there's just, when people come out of bad relationships, there's a recovery time that they really need some grace to kind of come through it. You sometimes have to process it. And, a lot of relationship building, we see patterns, and we see the same kind of behaviors in certain spouses. I know, like, if I actually got triggered by the school nurse getting some documentation for Angus this week, and it triggered me to a former coworker. Like, I was a mess. So, things are a little bit bananas on that front. So, sometimes we do that. Sometimes we need a little bit of a fresher start. Well, guys, I went a little bit longer than I wanted to. I'm trying to keep these happy hours to just an hour, so I'm not like rolling over somebody else's live. I know Cindy is going live shortly. I want to get over and go see her live, so we can all go over there and keep talking in that live. I'm going to go deal with the situation in my yard and call the people that I have to call. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Everybody was so generous with the super chats and super stickers and everything. I gave away some memberships. I'll do it again in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks from now, we'll give away some memberships. We're at 444 right now, guys. So we are making foundations for our weekend. So everybody take a second, just set your intention for the weekend. Life is going to be good. We're going to have a great time, a little reset. I am not resetting this weekend. I'm resetting tonight. I am going to be working. I'm the hardest working psychic on the internet, on YouTube, and I would love to see some of you guys on my schedule this weekend. I've got all kinds of price points. I have text message readings. I've got half-hour readings. I've got membership links. Membership, remember, you guys have your own private link. It is at the top of our membership live. You can go over there and grab it and book right through there. We are going to have the remote view of the 1904 Masquerade Ball in the Russian Imperial Palace coming up. Stay tuned for that. And most of all, I really, really, really want you guys all to watch the astrological forecast for tomorrow. It's going to drop at 11 a.m. New York time. If you're a member, you can see it now. And let me know what you think, because I'm kind of keen on what I did there. So I'm hoping you guys are going to like it. So hoping that it's going to stay. I think it's a good content pillar. But until next week, or until I do another spontaneous live with breaking news, I will love you and leave you. I will see you guys in the future. Again, thank you so much for being here. Have a fabulous weekend. If any breaking news happens, I will be dropping a live. But other than that, I'm going to be working my butt off here, finding yellow brick roads for all of you out there. So thank you so much. Have a great night. And I'll actually see you over at Cindy's. So I'll see you there. Bye for now.